Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 10, Episode 20 called Heart of the Matter. We start off with Yandy Mendices. Almost forgot that they were on the show. So, Mendices already at the restaurant that they're working on building together with the contractors. Yandy goes from her store, Yale, I believe that's what it's called. She goes next door to the restaurant, whatever it's going to be called, to see how long it's going to take before they do their opening. Contractor's saying 3 months. She's saying no, she needs it done in 3 weeks. We will see how that works out, because just because you want it done in 3 weeks doesn't mean it's recommended to do so, depending on what else they got to do, making sure everything's in order. So, basic business stuff. But once, of course, the contractors leave, that's when Yandy and Mendices, they talk a little bit. I guess Mendices is claiming that little Mendices wants his mom, his soon-to-be stepdad, Mendices, and Yandy to all come together to sit down for a dinner, I guess, to have some blended family. So Yandy's a little apprehensive, but she says she'll do it for little Mendices' sake. But then we'll find out later that it wasn't even really Lil Mendices' idea for all of this to happen. So, we're going to move on. We'll get back to them in a couple scenes later. We get to Sierra. So she goes to South Carolina to visit Rennie to see how she's doing with the mom. They talk about each other's situations that they got going on. Rennie's mom is still in the hospital, I guess, from whatever day this was filmed. The next day, the mom is going to be doing yet another surgery. So it's just a lot of emotions, and we'll get to what happens later on in the end of the episode. But Sierra, we already know her situation. She going through a lot, like she likes to say. Talks about Bambi's and Erica not being there for her, whatever, and whatnot. But Rennie and both Sierra, they call each other real friends that having each other backs, because unlike Bambi and Erica, Rennie got Sierra's back. Okay, Sierra, you just being a little spoiled princess, I feel like, or someone who wants attention but that's not getting the attention, so she's gonna throw tantrums. And I feel like she's taking it all out on Eric, my personal opinion. But we'll get to that scene later in that condo. We have Jock and Kendra. They go counseling with their pastor. And I don't even really call it counseling. I will call it more of a venting session, because mostly what we get from this scene is Kendra telling the pastor all that Jock be doing out in these streets. Jock is just kind of like, here we go again. Pastor, he looking a little overwhelmed and kind of just looking at Jock like, bro, like I don't know what to do. She's telling me this, and I'm trying to be professional, but at the same time, I feel like he's eating it all up. Like, oh, this is some tea that I need to take in. So she going through everything with the baby that they got, well, that Jock got, but Kendrick kind of guilty by association because she married him, so that's kind of like her stepkid now. Then she talks about Mita. Jock talking about he hasn't done nothing with her since 2012, 2013. No, actually 2010. Sure, Jock. Okay. You had me in the first episode or two of season 10 part B. But now I'm just like, Jock, you did it. All these things she talking about, you did it. So Kendra claims she kind of knew Amita. She heard about her really, but she didn't really know about her until Bambi and Erica brought it back up. So now she's just kind of like, okay, now you trying to canoodle into my relationship and venting, trying to tell us in the confessional that the tears that she was crying to Bambi and Erica were real. Sure it was, Kendra. Sure, because you're doing very actress performance stuff. And now she want to talk about that's the reason she didn't go to the fashion show, of Spice fashion show, because she's just embarrassed of all. Mita, sorry. Oh, sorry, Kendra. Sorry, you not Mita. I apologize. Kendra, whatever. At this point, I think me and America are just tired of this situation. We're over it. You are outdoing Erica and Safari. And that says a lot. Like, I thought I was over Erica and Safari since the whole 2020 2021 situation. Now I feel like this is not even Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is Love and Hip Hop Jock and Kendra at this point. So Kendra, save the excuses, because at the end of the day, you still gonna stay with Jock, just like Flo gonna stay with Marlon in Love and Hip Hop Miami. So what difference does it make? You can say all this stuff, but you still gonna stay with Homeboy. So then she brings up Carly at the bachelorette party. It goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. And Jock claims, because she was saying, oh, Jock keeps getting close to the ledge and all this stuff. Jock was like, no, the ledge is getting close to me. Because you let it get close to you, Jock. It's not like, oh, people just want to tempt you on purpose. No, because they know you're going to take the bait. And it looked like in that moment at the bachelor party, I said bachelorette party? Bachelor party, if I said bachelorette party, I'm sorry. You look like if there wasn't people around, something would have happened. I mean, you was already like, kind of putting your hand down her side and stuff. You was trying to refrain yourself from touching the cheek of her ass. You was about to do something regardless, Jock. So at this point, all this stuff you saying, no, it's not me. These are just rumors. These ain't real. These are not rumors, Jock. This is truth. This is gossip. This ain't no rumors. This ain't no allegations. This is truth. And it took me so long to see it, Jock, but at this point, it's the truth. You just should not be in a monogamous relationship. You should probably be in a poly relationship, or maybe just no relationship at all. There's nothing wrong with being a playboy in these streets, as long as you're real about it, let people know about it. Look at Nick Cannon. Like, we don't know how many kids he got, and he be open about it. We all kind of look at him side eye, but if that's what he want to do, that's his life. That's what he gonna do. And if the females just willingly let him ejaculate, in them while they're ovulating, then it is what it is. That's not really our business. They love to tell us on Shade Room every other day, but that's not really our business. So as far as this, Jock, it is what it is, but just be open and honest about it, because at the end of the day, you see Kendra gonna stay by you anyway, so you might as well just be open. Hey, yeah, listen, Carly was at the bachelor party. She came out the cake, and I may have felt on her a little bit. I was feeling the goose. And that's what the pastor pretty much said, because he don't really give them advice. Really, he just says to keep open communication, because when you have open communication, nothing can be broken. That's literally all the pastor tells them to do, that the producers decide to show us for this episode. So nothing really comes of that. We move on to Yandy and Mendeecees having a family dinner. And of course, Mendeecees going to bring up Lil Mendeecees' mom and her fiance, soon-to-be husband, and having a blended family. Mendeecees was like, I don't know about all that. I gotta meet Homeboy first before y'all get involved and stuff. And Yandy's just looking like, oh, really? You don't say? Because your dad was talking about, oh, we need to all be together to meet Homeboy first, as a family. And it's just like, oh, that's very interesting. You say that, Lil Mendeecees. So come to find out, Mendeecees was just saying that because he was going to be jealous and stuff, and just wanted to see what Homeboy got to offer, to see if he's going to be better at being a father figure than Lil Mendeecees' own dad and all that stuff. I guess that's probably in his mind. He didn't say that, but that's what Yandy and probably Lil Mendeecees is theorizing. I don't know if I used that word correctly, but I'm just going to keep going with what I'm saying. And Little Mendeecees just wants to make sure his mom is all right, that the guy is good for her, and that she'll be taken care of. So Mendeecees was like, wow, you're talking like a grown man. Lil Mendeecees was like, I am a grown man. No, you're not, but you're growing, you're becoming a fine young man. Okay, Lil Mendeecees, kudos to you. Of course, understandable. You want to make sure your mom's all right with whoever she's going to be marrying. And he said he wants to meet the homeboy before Yandy and Mendices do. So of course Yandy's all down with it. And she's like, we here. Even little Skylar like, yeah, we here. Mendices, just let your son do what he need to do for his moms. I'm pretty sure you would do the same. Even though I know you and your mom's got issues y'all probably never resolved as of yet. But let Lil Mendices worry about Samantha. You could worry about Samantha, but you got a wife, bro. So just let your son handle it for now, for what he can handle, I guess, and let it be. So we then move on to Jack and his friend Chino, which was also the best man at the wedding. They go play pool, of course. What are we going to talk about on Love and Hip Hop? Jock and Kendra, other than Jock and Kendra. So they talking about him and his wife. I was about to say fiance, Jock and his wife, and the baby situation. Jock is still claiming they was on a break. That's what Kendra done said. So that's what they both said. All right, I have no choice but to go what they say, kind of, sort of. So they was on a break. Sure, they were engaged and was on a break. Okay. And I think Chino was the one who mentioned condom. So come to find out, per Jock, a condom was used during sexual altercations with said baby mama. And, maybe he didn't say this word for word. I'm just going to paraphrase it for you, okay? I'm going to paraphrase it. There was probably so much splooge. Shout out to Lindy from Married at First Sight, season 14. So much splooge that it may have kind of came out of the sides of the condom and just went into the vaginal walls and went to the uterus. And, obviously homegirl was ovulating at the time, and a one night stand, and she was ovulating, just perfect timing, condom, like everything what you thought imaginable to prevent pregnancy, but yet she still got pregnant with a condom. It might have came out the sides and, fell into the vaginal walls, and, the egg was just there waiting. Boom, pregnancy. Yeah. That's the story that he wants us to believe. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Jock. Yeah. Well, of course. Yeah, it's happened to a lot of people before. A whole lot of people, Jock. You're not the only one. And, they did take a DNA test, Of course it's his. He was hoping it wasn't, but it was. And that's it we get from that. Because then we go talk about Mita and how she be lying on him and stuff. So Chino, his bright mind, thinks it's a perfect idea for Jock to get Kendra and Mita to sit all together, all three of them, to work out the issues. Chino, no. Jock said, hell no. I say hell no. I think America, some people will just want to see it just for the entertainment purposes, but others are just like so over this storyline, so they could care less. And I think they're right. I don't want to, no, this, for what? To drag this out even more? No, we don't need that. Chino, you're trying to be a Mona Lee, but it's Mona, wow. I'm not even going to edit this out. Not, I probably don't even know how to, but it don't even matter. You know who I'm trying to talk about. Chino, please, no, we don't need that. We just want to get over this storyline at this point. I hope this is the last we see of it, but obviously we're going to see more next week. So, no. And Jock lastly said he just wants to protect his nest. Chino says anything that happens in the dark will come to light, which is true. And in Jock's case, it be coming to light every 2 weeks. Let Kendra tell it, because something new always coming out. You okay? Anyway, I think that's the last we get of them for this episode, which is great for me. And we get to Yandy and her sons. They give their pit Ginger a bath. Yandy tells the younger one to go get some water, but the son never comes with water because the producers probably told him, you just wait back here while they could, Lil Mendices and Yandy talk. So they do talk about his mom and having a blended family. And we see Lil Mendices have his own little confessional. I said, not little Mindy, not little M. Not little M having his own confessional now. Okay. He even got his hair all nice and stuff for the. See, these kids are growing up on us. Anyway, they talk about his mom and her being engaged and whatnot. Then they talk about, I guess, Love and Hip Hop New York reunion. I guess there was altercation between his mom and Yandy, and I feel like somebody else from what the clip that they showed us. So Yandy does apologize to him for that. So he appreciates it and accepts her apology. And they felt like it was a much needed conversation. I mean, nothing much to take from that. It's just they're gonna take the time. He's still gonna make sure his mama's all right with her new fiance, and then maybe further down the line, Yandy, Mendeecees, they could all come together as a blended family, like how Mendeecees probably wanted from before he went to jail. That's it with them. Kendra goes visits Joc's sister, Ebony, to talk about all the things that have been going on. Ebony, listen, I'm with Ebony on this one. I feel like she just sits there to entertain Kendra, because I feel like Ebony's just like, girl, do you need to come over to my house every week to talk about this? You married the man. You knew how he was before you got with him. You knew how he was when you got with him. You knew how he was when he proposed, when you guys got engaged. And your wedding day, hello, you already know all this stuff going on. Why are we still talking about this? My brother gonna do what he do. He got like 4 bowls full of crap that he need to probably sort through. She said all of this. Not word for word, I'm just paraphrasing. But Kendra, like, I don't understand why you telling everybody and their mom about what you gotta go through, because you're still going through it. You're still allowing it to go. I'm getting frustrated, because it's just like, what's the point of talking about it and claiming, oh, if he do this, I'm gonna leave. But you're still there. He could do all this stuff, but you still there. You talking about you get embarrassed all the time, but you still there. You talking about if it comes out to be true, you gonna leave, but it came out to be true and you're still there. So you're not going nowheres. You're gonna stay there. So if you're gonna stay there, shut up. Okay, Kendra, respectfully, shut up and just be with homeboy, because it don't matter what he do, because you still gonna be there. Stop trying to make it seem like, oh, you about this life, you're not gonna do this. She didn't say she about this life, but I'm just saying the fact that, oh, I can stand up for my own, and I'm not gonna be humiliated and disrespected. But yet you're still there. We ain't hear nothing about you guys getting divorced. You are still there. In the confessional, you still got a ring on. So I don't want to hear nothing about you about to leave or you going to leave because at the end of the day, all that's been said on this all these episodes are true. And you're still there. You are still married to homeboy. You're doing this for the TV show. Kendra, we're done. I'm done. Next episode, if there's something else happening, I will try my best not to go on a tangent or talk about you much, because that's all I've been talking about since part B of season 10 is you and Joc, Joc and Mita, Carly, Joc, Kendra. I'm over it. So at this point, Kendra, please, I will just say what done happened with you and Joc and, the further episodes. But I think, hopefully, that'll be the end of me giving forth energy about Joc and Kendra. We move on to Kim, Sierra's mom. She visits Sierra at her glam shop, and she's looking nice and sober, so Sierra's proud of her. And they're talking a little bit. She's talking about her and Eric haven't spoken in a minute. And of course, who coincidentally shows up? Eric, with some flowers. So it goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect, and Eric's trying to give her a kiss. Sierra won't give him a kiss because she's mad at him, throwing her little tantrum. He's like, I got you flowers in your favorite color. She calls it dead roses, whatever. And he's like, well, he got her a surprise. So immediately when he says that, her mood kind of changes, not 100%, but like, what you got me? Wait, hold up. I accept gifts, all gifts, every gift. So he takes her in the car and he apologizes in the car for all that he's done. Once he brings her to the car, I kind of already figured out what the surprise was going to be. He probably got her a high-rise condo. So sure enough, he brings her to a high-rise condo, I believe on the 7th floor, since the door says 703. Not looking too much into it, but big behind condo, 3-bedroom. I'm just like, this is beautiful. I would move into the condo. It was beautiful. It had like, I don't know the square footage of the house, condo, but that's like a little house you could find down the street. So, we should have known, knowing Ciara, we should have known. But I thought she was really going to be like, oh, and then they was going to just hug, kiss, and make up. And then we are going to get to the next scene. But nope, this is not good enough for Ciara. She needs a place bigger. The rooms are too small. And Eric is looking at the lady like, you have other places to show? She says yes. And Ciara's like in a mood, talking about he's still in the doghouse. And I'm over Ciara too. This man can do nothing right for Ciara. She's talking about, I wish he would have consulted me. We could go look at places together. Ciara, I feel like if it's not everything you want, if it's not all your way, it's the highway. That doesn't make any sense to me. What type of relationship is this? Okay, is he your sugar daddy? Because at this point, I don't feel like you guys are 50-50 in this. I feel like you need to be pampered every second of every day. And if he's not doing that for not 1 second, it's the issue. Ciara, like, first off, Eric, how much money do you have? Because I don't think he fully got the condo yet. I think he just kind of showed her, like, let me know if you want this so I can put my name on the lease. But I know these houses and condos ain't cheap. So I'm looking at Eric like, so you could just move wherever you want. Like, you moved down from New York to be with her in Atlanta. Like, how much money you have? I'm not mad at it, but I was just like, dang, like, you just be like, okay, babe, where you want to go? I'll take you. See, and you say, you acting like this? Ciara, you gonna fumble the bag, bro. You gonna fumble the bag. I mean, I know she got her own money, but at the same time, I'm like, Ciara, you doing too much. Homeboy is literally trying to give you the world, and you just taking like, no, I don't want that. I'd rather this one. No, this one. No, actually, I don't really like that. I'm gonna take that one. Ciara, please. I'm annoyed at you too after Kendra, because homeboy is really doing everything he can for you. Apologizing. You're not taking nothing he says into accountability. You want him to listen to what you got to say and remember that, taking into accountability what you say of what you want. But you're not doing nothing homeboy wants at all. Anything that he wants. It's all about what you want. And that's a one-sided relationship. I don't like that. Eric, next episode gonna propose to her and she gonna accept. And I'm just like, you sure you want that, Eric? Because I think y'all need counseling too. Eric, I guess, bro, but I don't see this lasting long. I don't see it going far, because you have valid reasons. You have valid concerns that I feel like Ciara doesn't really care about, because if it's not pertaining to what she wants in the relationship or life and materialistically, then F what you feel and what you want. So good luck to you, Eric, because that's gonna be your wife from the proposal you do next episode. So that ain't got nothing to do with me. We move on to Renny. Unfortunately, her mother passes away. She's been, after a month being in the hospital, she passes away. And I guess Renny was already in the process of making a song for her mom, but I guess her mom's passing probably gave her the fuel to finish the song for her mom. So we end off the episode with her rapping and singing the song she have dedicated to her mom. So that's where the episode ends, which is on a sad note, but I feel like that's the most realistic storyline of this season, part B of the season. So sorry for your loss, Renny. Hopefully everyone that known and loved her mother are getting through this hard time, because I'm pretty sure it's still hard to this day. Even though she passed last year, there's no telling to when you can get over. You don't ever really get over a close loss, but to deal with it on a daily basis, I guess to say. So that's where the episode ends. Next episode might be the climax of the season. I don't know. Yeah, Safari throwing chairs like Jock did part A of this season, I believe. Eric gonna propose to Sierra for why, I don't know. Their issues are not resolved, but yeah, he gonna propose anyway. Anything else that I no, that's all I can recognize that's gonna happen next week. That was any interesting for me. And Epi, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it for this episode, guys. Lackluster. Lackluster. What else is new with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment about Eric and Sierra, because I don't know what's going on with them. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Love and Hip Hop Miami. And until then, bye, guys. Once again, I don't know what's with the high. I'm sorry. Bye.